be discussing how reflection in the line y equals mx plus b, reflection of a point on a line. So first we need to define what kind of line does this y equals mx b looks like. So a y equals mx plus b line always passes through one of the three of the four quadrilaterals. So what this means is that never passes through the origin. So this is y equals mx, and this is y equals mx plus b. So that's all you need to know when it comes to this type of line. So what we're doing here is we're reflecting the point through the line of reflection on the other side. So this is xy, and this is x prime, y prime, pretty much. So let's draw this on a xy plane. So this is what it looks like. This is the line that is being reflected, and we're gonna name it xy, or for easier recognition, x naught, y naught, or you could just think of it as x original, y original. This is the line, the point that has been reflected. This is x prime, y prime. Okay, so here this is the line of reflection, and this is y equals mx plus b, and this is b. Okay, this particular point where they intersect is called mx plus b. So we're gonna go through this through an example. So in many questions, what they do is they give you a point that is being reflected, and then they give you the line of reflection. So your main goal is to find the point that was reflected and its exact coordinates. So in this example, we're gonna look at, let a equal -2, 1. Let a naught equal -2, 1, and let the line of reflection equal to x plus 5. Okay, so this is our worked example. So the first thing we do is define all, or like understand what we're being asked. So we're given these points, understand the question. And the givens. So after we understand all of the given, which is the point being reflected and the line of reflection, the next thing we need to do is find the slope of s. So if you're asking what is s, which line is s, then the line s is the line drawn from the point being reflected to the point of the reflection. So the original point to the point that was reflected. So this is s. This is line s. Okay, so we need to find the slope of s. So how do we find the slope of s? As you can see, the line of reflection and the line s are perpendicular. And if you remember, when two lines are perpendicular, their slope is the negative reciprocal. So for example, in this here, the slope of y equals 2x plus 5 is 2. M is, remember, it's slope. So m1 is equal to 2. So m2, which is the slope of supposed s, is going to be -1/2. Okay, so this is really important for us to find the slope, the equation of s. So the next thing we need to do is find the slope of s, which is equals to -1/2. So the next thing we need to do is we need to find the equation of s. So as you remember, the line formula is, so the formula is for finding the equation of a line is this. So as we know, y prime is already known, y minus 1, which equals to m times x minus x note is minus 2, so this is going to be plus. So our final equation will be this. So how I basically did this is solve for y. So here I forgot to plug in the m, which is the slope. So when we plug everything in, minus 1 over 2 will multiply all of these two, so it will be minus 1 over 2. It will be minus 1 over 2 x plus, no, not plus. It will be minus 1 over 2x. So how you basically found this, let me go through it again. It is y minus 1 is equal to 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2x plus 2, right? So this is going to solve all of these. So x minus 1 is equal to minus 1 over 2x minus 1. So this one is going to go over here plus 1, which will give us the final equation, this. Okay, so when we find the equation of s, the next thing we need to do is find point B. Point B is the point right here where the line of reflection and the line drawn from A note to A prime, or the original line to the line of the point being the point reflected is B. This is the center. So one thing you need to remember is this half is equal to this half, but that's for later. So the first thing we need to do is, so when we solve the system of equation, it's going to include our line of reflection here, and then it's going to include the new equation of s. Okay, so how we're going to do this, so what we're going to do is we're going to solve for x and y. So here we can see y and y, so y minus y is going to be 0, and then we're gonna, but another way we can do it is, okay, so another way we can do this is we're gonna set the equation in this form. So y minus y is going to be 0, and then minus 2x plus 1 over 2x is going to equal to 1 over 2 plus 1 over minus 2 over 2 is going to equal to minus 1, right? So it's going to be minus 1 minus x is equal to 5. So x is equal to minus 5. So we already found x, and then we're gonna plug in minus 5 into one of the equations. So I choose this one. So when we plug in minus 5 here, we're gonna get minus 5 over 2. So y equal to minus 5 over 2. So this is b. So b is minus 5 over 2. Okay, so once we figure this out, we know that this is equal to this, right? So this bisects s, so this half is equal to this half. So what we're gonna do is, we know that if we add up this point and this point, it's gonna equal to this when we divide it by 2. So let me explain this in the easiest way. So when we add a plus a prime over 2 is gonna equal to b, one of the points in b. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, we already find b, we already have a was given to us, so we need to find a prime. So solve for a prime, x prime, y prime. So how we're gonna do this is to find, for example, the original equation is x plus x prime over 2 is x1 or bx, okay? So we already found this. This is x prime. So you don't get confused. This one is x prime plus, no, x naught plus x prime over 2 is gonna be bx over here. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna plug in the numbers. So it is minus 2 plus x prime over 2 is equal to minus 5, okay? So crisscross minus 5 times 2 is 10. So it's gonna be minus 2 plus x prime is equal to minus 10. So how we're gonna solve this is we're gonna solve the linear equation. So x prime is equal to minus 8. So we've already found this one. Let's find y in the same process. So guys, I'm gonna repeat the process for y and come back with the answer. So the final answer will be minus 8 and minus 1. So a prime is equal to minus 8 minus 6. So that's it. That's how we reflect a point across y equals mx plus b, which is our line of reflection.